figure out her place in everything, and now she's about to become a mom. It's scary, it's beautiful, and it's real. Tyler Perry knew what he was doing with that scene. I felt that in my chest. Perfect. Let's dive into Zach and Fatima because, woo, these two were dealing with their own storm while everything else was unraveling. Here's the next part of your script. All right, now let's slide over to Zach and Fatima because while Karen was in labor and Jasmine was out here going full villain mode, Fatima had their own emotional mess going on. First off, Zach was sprawling, y'all. The pressure was building from every direction. He's caught between two women, a possible baby on the way, and let's not forget, Fatima still doesn't fully trust him. And can you blame her? He's been hot and cold, confused, and carrying all kind of emotional bags. But in the finale, we finally saw some real talk between them. No yelling, no walking out, just raw honesty. Zach finally opened up about how overwhelmed he is, how he feels like everything is slipping through his fingers. And Fatima, she showed grace in that moment. She could have gone off, she could have left, but instead she told him, if you want to fight for this, you've got to fight. And baby, that line hit. But even with that, there's still tension. Trust is fragile. Love is not enough when the foundation is cracked. And the fact that Karen's in labor while all this is going down, that's just adding gasoline to an already burning fire. Zach knows that no matter what choice he makes, someone's going to get hurt. And Fatima, she's doing her best to stand by her man without losing herself in the process. And that, y'all, is what makes her a real one. But she's not about to play second to anyone, especially not to Zach's past. Now let's pivot to another emotional bombshell, Andi and Robin. After Jasmine goes full psycho and Gary's bleeding out, Andi is shook like sis just got kidnapped. Watched a man get stabbed and somehow has to keep it together. But who steps in to check on her? Robin. And let me just say, Robin's been in the background for a minute, but this finale reminded us why so many of us were rooted for him. The way he showed up, calm, protective, and real. He wasn't asking 100 questions. He wasn't being possessive. He was present. And that's exactly what Andi needed in that moment. He let her fall apart for a second. He didn't try to fix it. He just held space for her pain. And y'all, when a man does that, that's grown man energy. And now I have questions. Is Robin back in the picture for Gary for good? Or is Gary officially out of the game after this stabbing situation? Because let's be real, how many chances have Andi given that man? Jasmine might have done the most, but Gary's toxicity paved the way. Woo, what a season finale, y'all. I mean, from Jasmine pulling a full-blown snap episode to Karen bringing new life into the world to Zach and Fatima fighting for their future and Robin sliding back in to be Andi's emotional rock. We got everything: drama, heartbreak, healing, and cliffhangers. This episode reminded us why we keep coming back every week. These women are strong, complicated, flawed, but they're family. and through all the chaos, they somehow keep each other grounded. But now I gotta ask the big questions. Will Gary survive that stabbing? Is Jasmine going to jail? Or is this just the beginning of more mess? Is Zach ready to be a father and a partner at the same time? Will Fatima stay by his side or finally choose peace? And is Robin here to stay or just a band-aid for Andy's broken heart? Season 9 is already feeling like it's going to be explosive. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready. We need answers, we need justice, and we need healing for these queens. That's all for today's episode of TV Talks with your girl. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe wherever you're listening. And hey, slide into the comments and let me know what moment from the finale had you screaming at the screen. I'll be reading everyone. Until next time, stay tuned, stay messy, and stay talking TV with your girl. Bye.